everybody. Beautiful. Thank you so much to Elsie Eastman for bringing us in the room with that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous melody. I actually just want to kind of rock back and forth and keep listening to it for a while. Good way to start the day. Thank you so much to everybody for joining here today. Today, you are here in the Daily Antidote of Song, where we are definitely trying to make the world a better place, one song, one day at a time. And we're glad you joined us for today's show. Today is day 1914, 1001, help me out, 1914 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote. And we're so grateful and glad for all of you who make this possible in the showing up ways and the donating ways. We really appreciate this community so much and feel so grateful to be able to be processing the world with you and through you and the whole works. All right, let's say hello to everybody who's coming in from the YouTube live stream out there. Hello, live stream. Thanks so much for being with us today here on the Daily Antidote Song. I'm Jo Rossi. I'm the director of the Daily Antidote. A reminder to everybody that our Facebook page has been mysteriously suspended, so we're directing everybody to YouTube. Thing you can do that is so helpful is after we stream, take our YouTube link and post it to your Facebook page or to your Instagram or whatever else you have, so that we can keep the word going that we are still here while we sort out what's going on with our page. All right, so help me again to wave to everybody on YouTube. Again, thanks for being here. And let's say hello to everybody who's in this room, starting with, of course, Elsie Eastman coming in from Chicago, Illinois, our brilliant song leader for the day, and bringing us a great, great, perfect song, great fit for where we are. And hasn't been here in a little while, but we're really glad to have her back. And Clay Leo running tech out of New Jersey today. Thank you so much. And Candace running tech out of LA. Glad you guys are here. Let's say hi to everybody else in the room. Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Robin in Vermont. Neil in Boston. Linda on Orcas Island. Carolyn in Connecticut. Sydney coming in from San Francisco. Sue in Seattle, Washington. Hoda in British Columbia. Kathy in Denver, Colorado. Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Kathleen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Julie in Ontario, Canada. Linda in Massachusetts. Hello, Abilene. Nice to see you today. And Abilene's friend in the background, maybe coming in from, it's Abby and Kristen. And they're maybe coming in from SLC, which I don't know what that is, but I am so glad you are here. Storm in Massachusetts, Deli in Maryland, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Nan in Michigan, Caroline in DC, Athena coming in from Brooklyn, New York, Anne coming in from Maryland. Let's see who else is here. Aloysius in Massachusetts, Kevin coming in from New Hampshire, Elizabeth in California, Sharon, maybe new to us today. Nice to see you. Arlene in Berkeley, California. Linda in, I think that's Orcas Island or Connecticut, or I don't remember, California. Nancy in Washington State. Jen coming in from Maryland, Kay in Texas. Louise coming in from Devon, UK. Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Virginia, maybe new to us today. Nice to see you. Fred in Maryland. Tom is coming in from the Carpe Diem Arts Board. So let's all give up a big thank you to Carpe Diem Arts. And if you can, keep an eye on Tom Square, because he's playing this beautiful big upright bass, and it's awesome to watch. Carol in Connecticut, Gary in Massachusetts, Bob, Anna Bear in Massachusetts. Let's all take a deep breath. We're here in July and almost in June. So I'm going to turn it over to Elsie, and we're going to talk about and sing about what we're talking about and singing about today. Thanks, Elsie. So glad you're here.
Thank you. So psyched to be here. Also, just while you were saying all that, my computer let me know that it needs to be plugged in. So hang on 1 second.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want it to die. Hold on.
I can
please hold.
While you are. So
1 second.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to go ahead and actually just take a minute right now up front to let everybody know who's coming up for the rest of the week. And that way Elsie doesn't have to try and trip her over herself getting this done. So it's been a great week. It's our first week in July. We had Lisa Dosher on Monday coming in from the UK. Yesterday, Elise Witt coming in from Georgia. Great day. Both days were great. Please go ahead and if you missed them, watch them. Elsie, of course, coming in from Chicago today. Tomorrow we have Una McCann coming in from Ireland. On Friday, we have David Roth coming in from Massachusetts. Saturday is Reggie Harris coming in from Michigan. And on Sunday, Irene Espiritu coming in from California. So we're super glad all of you are here. A big thank you to Carpe Diem. I'm turning it back to the one who's now plugged in.
Okay. Sorry. I charged it for so long. I guess it just doesn't want to listen. We all needed some rest sometimes. Okay, well, hi everybody. My name's Elsie, as Joe said, and I'm gonna play you this song I wrote a couple years ago, kind of manifesting love in my life. And in my mind, it's still Pride. I know we're a couple days past Pride, but happy Pride to all y'all. Since I couldn't make it during Pride, I was too busy priding it up. So here's the chorus if you want to hear, and then we'll start over so you can feel ready if you want to sing. It's a little waltz. You can also waltz if you want. I won't judge. We love a dance. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me. So that's the chorus. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and I'm gonna go. Whisper your secrets into my brain. Hold my chin in your hand. Be my umbrella in the pounding rain. In a sea of anxiety, dry land. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me. Listen to my craziest dreams. Let me have the booth. Hold my heart when I want to scream. Shelter me with truth. I will sing you love songs if you will cook me food. Stroke my hair and keep me close to you. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me. Hold my broken pieces. Keep the world at bay. When everyone can't make it, show me that you'll stay. With a broken Richter scale, hold me safe in place. And tell me why you love me every day. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me.
Thank you so much, Elsie.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really beautiful. Super soothing and uplifting, and also, yeah, I don't know, the soothingness of the notion of taking care of anyone or being taken care of right now feels so huge.
Yeah.
And the sort of taking care of each other communally, and of course the thought of the earth asking us to take care of it. So like Caretaking, right? Let's talk about caretaking right now. You want to say something?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I wrote that song a couple of years ago, and it's sometimes it's just like the simple things of like just you heard it in the song, but like just cooking for someone or like just holding someone, and sometimes that's all it is. And I in my the era that I was like writing this song in, I remember like going to the bank or something or being on the train and you see like a couple where one of them's just leaning on the other in line or like on the train just leaning on the other, like standing on the train because there's no room to sit. And I'm like, oh my God, I want that so bad. Like, it's so funny how much of your life you're like not even thinking about it. And then you'll just see someone like two people in line, like one leaning on the other. And you're like, wow, what would that be like? But taking care of each other too. Like these days, the news has been, I don't need to tell you, difficult to say the extreme least.
Yep.
And especially as like I'm, a queer woman, living through the history making news articles at the same time as like I'm also living in a time of great care with my friends. Anyone who's in the audience who like knows me knows that I've been converted into queer country line dancing, and I go 2 times a week, and I literally have been like a billion times by now. And I mean, it's a whole beautiful community. I've made so many friends, and it's funny, like you'll read the news and you're like, that's really bad, and then you like go dancing and all your friends are there, and we're twirling each other around, buying each other shots for our birthday, and just like having our community care together. And like then you read another headline and you're like, oh, that's a lot, and then you get a call from your friend who just proposed to their beloved. And I've got 2 close friends who are a couple friends who have just become engaged, or I helped with the engagement, and they're both queer. And like, so it's like the myopic versus the grand scheme, and like, how do you balance it all? But those phone calls are the care, and like getting the phone call saying like, hey, pick up the phone, like I just proposed to my my girlfriend, is really special. So I can't rewrite every piece of news that's happening, but at least like can put some positivity out there. And mutual aid, I've been like donating to like just like people in Chicago who need some help, or whatever you can do on the daily basis that you can do like this.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Elsie. There was so much packed into that, right? So the small care, like just leaning on somebody, that makes you realize the value of a team, or the value of a partner, or the value of a caring relationship. And then of course I feel like we say this in here like practically every day right now, the need to balance the being active and the reading the news and the knowing what's going on and the figuring out how to help with the like doing the things that sustain us personally. So if that happens to be country line dancing for some people, that's the thing, right? Get out there and do it, and make sure that you feel good and that your friend community feels good, because otherwise we're useless to each other right about now. And so and then there's of course like the big ways of needing care or taking care, which are also things that we need to sustain ourselves to be able to get into and to be able to partake in. And the donating is a whole other thing, right? Like for anybody who has the means right now to be able to give, and maybe give a little bit more, or maybe give enough that it maybe even hurts a little tiny bit, so that you're actually maybe trying to balance out more out there in the world. Now is the time, right? Like it's so important right now. We've got so many people desperately in need globally. And so what you can do in your home community or around the world matters a lot right now.
100%.
But let's just talk for a minute about love. Let's use that word a bit, because it's kind of what we were talking about a bit during sound check, and just, I don't know, it's a good time for love. So it's caretaking, but it's also love, right? And the love includes loving the people who aren't right next to you, and or maybe even the people who feel really hard to love or understand right now, right? So let's put out some love. And I saw little love things people were holding up, I don't know, hearts or teddy bears or whatever, like those things that we can love. You want to say anything about love before we go into the more practical things of what you've been doing?
Well, I guess the biggest thing on my mind lately is just like love comes in so many forms, and I'm in such an era of friendship love in my life, and really prioritizing my friends and spending a lot of time with my friends and making plans with my friends to go do fun things. You know, I made a lot of goals this year to like really go out and do Chicago, because I've now lived here 2 years and like hadn't done as many things as I would like. And if I'm gonna pay Chicago rent, I want to like do fun things. And you know, now having these friends from dance and other friends I've made in the city, like we're really like prioritizing, especially this summer. I'm like, okay, guys, we're going horseback riding on this day. We're going to the Renaissance Fair on this day. Like we're going, and like it doesn't have to be partner love, although that's wonderful. And shout out to you if you have that. But I think there's a lot of ways to have love in your life, and I'm a big oh my god, this is so like eye roll, but okay, my mom's on this. She's gonna hear me say this, but I did grow up going to church every Sunday, and something they always said at the end was, life is short and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. So make haste to love and be swift to be kind. No, be swift to love and make haste to be kind. And so I do think about that, and I tell my friends I love them all the time, even new friends who like maybe they wouldn't say it back, but I'm like, I love you, like I'll see you so soon. And there's just no shortage. I mean, you could have limited time or limited energy. You know, you can't spend time with every person in your life. Like that's just not going to be possible. But you can still love them and wish them well and still think of them and think of them fondly. And I have friends I haven't talked to in a while or haven't seen in a while, especially I've lived all over the world at this point. So I have a lot of friends in like different pockets. But still, I think of them. Still, I still send love to them and sometimes text them or call them. But it's not finite. You can love as much as you want. You can tell your UPS driver you love them, because if they weren't there tomorrow, you would miss them. And like, what's it gonna hurt? Like, truly, what's gonna happen? Like, they're gonna be like, oh, like, oh no. But then they're gonna get home and be like, huh. So. Whatever. It's like, it's just not that deep, and you can, it's deep and it's not that deep, you know?
That's awesome. Oh, I love all of everything you just said. Makes so much sense. And, you know, there is that like notion of the fact that like some languages have so many different words for love, because there are very specific kinds of love, but there is also some glamour and glory in the fact that we can just say the word love and somebody understands what you mean. Is your heart is full, or you hold them in your heart, right? And so the specifics don't matter. Yeah. I know that your quote was from a church setting, and, you know, different people have different relationships, good, bad, and otherwise with church settings. But that was so beautiful, that quote. And specifically the idea that both the word love and the word kind come through in that quote, because it's, in my mind, I feel like those two words are sort of like, I don't know, the end all and the be all. And by the way, both of them seem to be politicized in a way where talking about love or kindness sort of like, yeah, so it can be part of the divide in some funny, weird way that we absolutely don't want it to be. Can you say that quote again, just once more, because it was great.
So life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. So be swift to love and make haste to be kind. I mean, like,
I am loving that quote. Not that I can't wait for this to be done today, but I can't wait so that I can go and write it down, because I feel like, you know, and those who travel with us, that's great. Because like, look around this room right now, faces of people, 90% of whom I've never met. Like, we're traveling together right now, right? And let's gladden each other's hearts continuously as we move forward, because it's it's holding me up right now. So Elsie, awesome. Do you want to say anything about your recent show or your recording so folks know about what you've been up to?
Yes. So for anyone who doesn't know, I have a couple albums out. I have an EP from way back, and then I crowdfunded a bunch of money in 2020 to record a studio album, and that's out everywhere. It's called Boston, if you're interested to hear. There's a full band, cello, drums, like all the everything. And recently I played a show in Chicago, and it was incredibly moving. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, like, I moved here 2 years ago, did not know a soul, like not a soul. I had spoken on the phone a couple times with like the people I was going to work with, but had never met them in person. And I didn't know how friends, family, like nothing. And went from basically scratch, like not knowing anyone, to cut to the show a few weeks ago, and 20 people came, like 20 of my friends came for me to see me play, and like brought me flowers and took me out for ice cream after. Like literally, like I could cry. It was so beautiful. And of course there were other people there because it's a bar and like other people are playing too. But that made me feel so incredible. Talk about love. I mean, these are people who I met recently, and I'm like looking out in the crowd, and they're like literally crying. Multiple of them said that my songs made them cry, or that like we must have had the same life, because the specific things in my songs, they were like, that same thing happened to me. So it was really beautiful, and I that was at Gallery Cabaret. If you live in Chicago, I'll probably be back there, but I don't have a date yet, so that's coming up. But if you do want to hear the music, everywhere you can get music, the album's called Boston, the old one's called Postcards, and then if you want to like follow me or support me, I have Patreon, where you could throw me a few bucks a month if you want. I don't post a lot on there, to be honest. It's really just more of a way to like support me with some money, so that, you know, when I want to like record something or fix my piano or whatever, I have some like music money to do that with. And I do have some live tracks from a few performances at Gallery Cabaret that I plan to drop. I'm just getting the cover art situated with one of them. So, yeah, so some things are coming up. I just don't have like a specific next thing, but join my Patreon. My website's elsieeastmanmusic.com, and there's like links to everything on there. My Instagram, I'm very active on. I would say it's elsie.eastman. That's a good way to like, if you watch my story, I feel like I'm like more up on that than anything else. And then my email list is a big one on my website, because sometimes the algorithm, you might follow me, but the algorithm won't show you what I'm doing, and that really sucks. So just join the email list on the email, and you'll get on the website, and you'll get like everything. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elsie. We've got your links in the chat here and also in the comments on YouTube, so folks can find you. And definitely let's do everything we can to keep Elsie's music going.
Yes.
I love the way that you have the songs that are love, and then you have the songs that are like power and activism. And, you know,
Yes.
I don't know when we're coming in the room which Elsie we're going to get, and they are a beautiful whole. I do want to shout out your friends who bought you flowers and ice cream, because that's pretty amazing. But also, can we get a like show of hands in the room? How many people think love is better when it comes with ice cream? Because like, all right, yeah, we got a good showing. Okay.
It was funny too, because one of my friends, so we're all like out on the curb having ice cream after the show, and then one of my friends was just passing around the Lactaid, just knowing that like adults in this era, like people are gonna need it. It was so funny. He was like, I refuse to give up on the joys of this life.
I love it.
That's so great. Real.
I love that. I love everything you've brought us today. And now I'm actually thinking like, let's go ahead and sing another kind of love right now to sort of close us out. Thank you, Elsie.
Let's do it. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. And I see some familiar faces out there, so hi, I love you. I love you. I did it. Whisper your secrets into my brain. Hold my chin in your hands. Be my umbrella in the pounding rain. In a sea of anxiety, dry land. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me. Listen to my craziest dreams. Let me have the booth. Hold my heart when I want to scream. Shelter me with truth. I will sing you love songs if you will cook me food. Stroke my hair and close to you. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me. Hold my broken pieces. Keep the world at bay. When everyone can't make it, show me that you'll stay. With a broken Richter scale, hold me safe in place and tell me why you love me every day. Take care of me. Prove to me there is someone who will be what I am for everyone. A bulwark in the storm. Take care of me. Grant me grace of uncertainty. Allow me space and humanity. Love me, keep me warm. Take care of me.
Thank you so much, Elsie Eastman, for joining us in the room today, for bringing that level of care, that level of soothing, and yet somehow simultaneously some big humor and some big laughs and joy. Yeah, really perfect combination for today. So it's a world out there right now, gang. Let's all take a deep breath together. So I want to welcome anyone in this room who's new today, invite you to stay after for a quick little hello. Once everyone drops, we'll send you an ask to unmute and you can say hi to me and to whoever else is here on the staff still. And I would like to also let everybody know, in case you came in late, we've already run through who's coming up for the rest of the week. So please go ahead and rewind on YouTube and watch it there. But I will say that Una McCann, who's new to us, is tomorrow. Coming in the room for the first time, and she's coming in from Ireland. So join us tomorrow for another amazing day. And I want to thank Elsie Eastman once more, amazing singer-songwriter out of Chicago, Illinois. Blessed to have her here in our circle. And if you missed her great quote that she spoke, another reason to rewind. You don't really rewind anymore, but you know, I'm old.
I think we're all probably over the age to, we all still remember the rewind.
Good. It just, for some of us, it was actually like a button to push, right? And for other folks, it just like a little touchpad on their thing. All right, let's say thanks and hello. Thanks and goodbye to everybody out there on YouTube. Thanks, gang, so much for being with us today. We really appreciate when you join us. And let's say thanks and goodbye to everybody here in this room. And hope to see you all tomorrow, of course, back in this mix. Let's see where we are. Okay, I'm over here. Let's say goodbye to Clelio in New Jersey. Thanks for running tech for us today. And goodbye to Candace in Los Angeles. Thank you for running tech for us today. And to all the folks who joined today, Susan in Cincinnati, Neil in Boston, Linda on Orcas Island, Sydney coming in from San Francisco, Kathy in Denver, Colorado, Ruth coming in from Birmingham, UK, Kathleen in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Tom on the board of Carpe Diem Arts. So let's all do another finger waves for Carpe Diem Arts, who's keeping this program going day after 1,914 days. That number's tripping me up today. Abby and Kristen coming in from somewhere, and I'm glad you're with us today. I think you're new, and you're welcome to stay after if you'd like. Delhi in Maryland, great to have you with us today. Mabel and Bears in Massachusetts, Caroline in DC, Athena in Brooklyn, Hoda in British Columbia, Anne in Northampton, Massachusetts, Deborah in Kentucky, Kevin coming in from New Hampshire, Clive in Birmingham, UK, Storm in Massachusetts, Nan in Michigan, Anne in Maryland. I'm taking another deep breath. Bob and Bear in Massachusetts, Carolyn in Connecticut, Aloysius, that's Carolyn from Boise, Idaho in Connecticut, which we have to love. Aloysius in Massachusetts, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Linda in California, Nancy in Washington State, Louise coming in from Devon, UK. Great to see you on camera today. Let's see where I was. Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Fred in Maryland, Carol in Connecticut, Gary and Christy coming in from Massachusetts. Great to see you on camera. Moon in Virginia, Lynn in Connecticut, Penny in Victoria, Kat in Vermont, and Annette in California. Thanks again to everybody for joining us today. I'm Joe Rossi, and I'll be here again tomorrow. Usual spot, Daily Antidote song. See you then. Bye, gang. Lots of love. Lots and lots of love.